Liz, I've never been so humiliated in my life. The Atterburys probably won't ever go to dinner with us again.
I'm sorry, George. I guess it was my fault. Everybody seems to think so.
Poor Mr. Atterbury, with shrimp cocktails all over him.
He sure looks silly.
Well, you didn't help any trying to pull that shrimp off his face.
Well, how'd I know it was his nose? Put cocktail sauce on your nose and see what it looks like.
All right.
His nose looks like a shrimp without cocktail sauce.
Liz, this has been a very tiring evening. Now, let's go to bed.
All right.
Well, what are you standing there looking in the mirror for?
I can't make up my mind if I should put my hair up tonight or not.
That does it.
Well, George, why are you looking at me like that?
I can't make up my mind whether to spank you on my right knee or my left knee.
Spank me?
Liz, I'm sick of this inability of yours to make up your mind. Now, why are you so wishy-washy?
I can't help it. My father was a wishy and my mother was a washy.
No mood for jokes.
I can see that.
Whoever started this idea that women have a special privilege of changing their minds?
Don't look at me. I didn't do it.
Well, I don't go for it. And as far as I'm concerned, from now on, you're the same as a man.
I am?
Yes. Now, what have you got to say about that?
Let's go down to the club and have a steam.
Now, I mean as far as making decisions and getting things finished is concerned. Starting right now, when you decide to do something, you're going to do it and not change your mind.
Yes, George.
And once you start anything, you're going to finish it. Understand?
Yes, George. Oh, I just love you when you're so dominating.
No, never mind.
I give you my solemn promise, George, and I'm going to begin right now finishing what I started. Kiss me.
Now, what for?
I started to kiss you this morning when the telephone rang.
Okay.
Oh, George, you're so right about this whole thing. Come on, let's finish that again.
Mrs. Cooper, you've been flying around here all morning. What in the world are you doing?
Katie, last night I went to the George Cooper Finishing School.
Huh?
I promised George that from now on I'd finish everything I started. I'm even going back and finish all the things I ever left undone.
This I got to see.
Katie, when you hear what I'm going to do now, you'll drop dead.
What?
I'm going to clean out the hall desk. Oh, get up, Katie. Come on, I've threatened to clean out that desk for years. You can help me.
I'm not touching that desk till you spray it with DDT.
Oh, it's not that bad, Katie. You're exaggerating.
I am not. It's the only desk I've ever seen where the pigeonholes have pigeons in them.
Come on, let's go. We'll open the middle drawer. Ooh, it's stuck.
I don't wonder. It's a cram full of junk.
Well, help me pull it open and then jump out of the way. 1, 2, 3. Not as bad as I thought.
How long has it been since you cleaned it out?
Well, not too long. There's a newspaper on top of the pile. Let's see what it says. McKinley assassinated. Oh, I remember. Iris Atterbury gave me this paper. It has a recipe on the back.
Well, where'll we start?
Well, first, let's get rid of these bundles of... Oh, Katie, look what I found. Our love letters.
Oh, now, Mrs. Cooper, don't start reading those now. Oh, Mrs. Cooper.
Oh, that's George.
Let's get started with the...
Oh, I called him my little cupcake.
That's nice. Now,
He called me his cream puff. He said he liked the way my crust was filled.
Please, let's get this desk done.
Wait a minute. Listen to this letter. George, when you read this, I will be far away. I am going home to Mother.
Now, there's a real love letter.
Oh, I know what this is. I wrote it after our first quarrel. Listen, I never want to see you again, you big,
Well, don't stop now.
That's all there is. I didn't finish it.
Well, why not?
Oh, just as I was writing it, I got a wire from George saying he'd gone home to his mother.
Did you ever get back together again?
Katie, gee, just think how different things might have been if I'd finished this letter and sent it to George. Hey, wait a minute.
What's that gleam in your eye for?
Well, I promised George I'd finish everything I ever started, and I started this letter and it isn't finished. Now, I'll mail it special delivery so he'll get it this afternoon.
I'd do you think Mr. Cooper will react when he thinks you're leaving him?
I know exactly how. He'll come rushing home and beg me to stay. He'll think I found out something he's done.
I suppose he hasn't done anything.
Katie, when a man's wife is leaving him, he doesn't say, did I do something she found out about? He says, which one did she find out about? Just wait till this letter's delivered and watch Georgie come marching home on his knees.
Bullseye. Well, George, boy, that's the last game of darts we have time for. Have to do some bank business, you know.
You know, it was a wonderful idea of yours to put this dart game in the recreation room, Mr. Atterbury.
Oh, thank you. Now, take the pin points out of the darts and put them back on the counters.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness, look at the time. Almost the end of the day.
That's right. 2:45.
Pardon me, Mr. Cooper. Here's some mail for you. I thought you'd want it.
Thanks.
I thought you'd want it.
Thanks again.
What was that?
That's my new secretary. She's so new, I haven't even found out her name yet.
I'm going to wait till she lights someplace, then ask her.
Well, let's see what this important mail is.
Why, Cooper boy, that letter's perfume. Oh, you devil, you. Who's it from?
Yeah, I'm darned if I know. Listen, dear sister, 2 weeks from now, we're holding our annual powwow at Old State U. Won't you be there to greet your sisters of dear old Delta Upsilon Delta? What the heck is that?
Don't you know, sister?
No wonder it's addressed to Mrs. George Cooper, care of me.
Well, I wondered how long you'd been powwowing with the girl.
Delta Upsilon Delta, D-U-D. Oh, that's Liz's sorority. Doesn't Iris belong to the same one?
Yes, she's a dud, too. Iris got her invitation yesterday.
Look, tonight, why don't we talk our wives into going? It'll do them good to get away from us for a week.
Good idea. We'll insist that they go. Well, boy, it's almost quitting time. Let's go out the back way. I don't want the employees to see me leaving early.
Mr. Cooper, here's another letter that just came for you, special delivery. Mr. Cooper? Oh, I guess they're gone. Well, it's on his wife's stationery. I guess she'll tell him what's in it when he gets home. I'll give it to him tomorrow.
I can hardly wait for George to get home.
Liz Cooper, you didn't really send that letter to him, did you, girl?
I certainly did, and I'm going to have plenty of fun with him before I break down and tell him the truth.
Ooh, this is exciting.
Oh, here they come. I'll bet he's terribly upset.
He, doesn't sound too upset.
Well, he's probably hysterical. Watch what he says when he comes in.
Hi, Liz. What's for dinner?
Well, that's it, George. Keep up a front. Hide the grief that's in your heart.
What are you talking about?
Oh, it smells good, whatever it is.
Go ahead, George. You can speak in front of the Atterburys.
You lost me someplace, Liz. Come again.
Did you get a letter at the bank today?
Oh, your letter.
Yes, my letter.
I'm glad you reminded me. I forgot all about it.
Well, thanks a lot. Weren't you a little surprised when you opened it?
Well, as a matter of fact, I was. I couldn't figure it out at first.
It sure sounded funny when he read it to me.
George Cooper, you didn't read my letter to Mr. Atterbury.
Oh, sure. Why not? Oh, well, let's talk about it after dinner. It's not important.
Not important? We'll talk about it right now. What do you have to say about it?
Well, I think you ought to go.
You think I ought to go?
Well, sure. Oh, don't worry about me. I'll get along fine. I don't know why you're crying. It'll be wonderful for both of us.
George Cooper, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
You keep out of this, Iris. This is their affair.